Good morning. Today is Monday, November 10th, and I'm going to start out today's live broadcast with, if you don't mind, please subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the like button down below. We are definitely getting some traction here. We had over 80 views, actually just about 80 views over the weekend from my video that I made on Friday. However, the likes just weren't there. So in order to boost the channel, I need your help. If you don't mind, press the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave comments below because that helps get the message out there as we try to build the community. Anyways, let's get into some stuff that happened over the weekend. As I suspected last week, I thought we would get closer to the shutdown ending, and we are getting closer. However, we're not there yet. I think a lot has to do with the FAA, with planes being delayed and canceled. That has a major impact on the bottom line for all businesses, not just the airlines. And people get unhappy about that. So, and especially this time of year when you have Thanksgiving coming up and the holidays, just because once they end the government shutdown, it's going to take a week or so to clean up the mess and then get everybody their back pay. So it takes a while. Just because they end the shutdown doesn't mean that you flip on a switch and things are back to normal. So hopefully they can fix this problem. My personal opinion, if you want to prevent these government shutdowns, uh, don't pay Congress, right? You're not, if you're shut down, why is it that Congress, the people that are making the decisions, get paid, but the people that are hardworking people out there that are working, they don't get paid? Makes no sense to me. Uh, Give them a little fuel to cut a deal and stop with the politics and stop with the child play and just get this stuff going. So anyways, that's my opinion. Like it or leave it. I just think that it's wrong that these government officials get paid while they're the ones making the decision to keep the government shut down. Anyways, as we said, though, there is no economic data while they're shut down. However, on Wednesday, I do believe, yeah, we have some Fed speakers uh, on Wednesday that could potentially move the market a little bit. So we have to pay attention on Wednesday. Tuesday, I don't see anything on Tuesday. As a matter of fact, I think Tuesday, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think we got a bank holiday tomorrow. So the markets may be closed tomorrow. I'm not sure about that. So you may want to check that out. Let's see what else we have going on. Nothing else. If the government does end the shutdown before Friday, then these numbers are going to come out. So we will keep you up to date on that. So let's get into the broader markets, rinse and repeat as usual. Let's go into the ES. Overnight, we are toying with this. Where are we right now? We are trying to recapture the 68.1225, and this was the previous all-time high set back October 9th. We are above that right now, so you can see that we had a nice little gap up over the weekend when there were signs that we could potentially end this government shutdown, and we're all hoping that it ends soon. It's not good for anybody that this happens. So my thought on this week, I do like the longs. However, I would not be surprised with a little pullback longs, as long as we maintain this 68.1225. I think we push higher, and then we could try to get to this the median of this regressional trend line, which comes in 69.12. We will have to get over let's see here. This is Thursday's high. You could get some resistance at 68.57.75. I can just plot that real quick. So we could push up into that level, could get a little heavy. If we do regain that level too, then I think then we start pushing into all-time highs here, where I think that it could still get a little heavy up there before we can really get pushing higher. I think that the government's going to have to be open, and then we're going to have to get some other positive data in order to continue on that upward path. Let's get right into, so anyways, looking at that before I should turn off the ES. As long as we can maintain this 68.1225, I like the longs. If we do pull back, I don't mind a pullback. You know, we could pull back into this 60s. I don't think we pull back all the way down there. I think if we do pull back, maybe 67.26 if something earth-shattering happens. But I think the market's pretty strong right now. I think the first level, maybe we close this gap down here, 67, 67, and you know, maybe a little higher, and then we push higher. But the market's pushing higher right now. So let's just go into the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ, we have here, same thing with the NASDAQ. So we're above previous all-time highs, October 8th, 25,394. So we have to maintain that level in order to push higher. We do have a little gap up here from the weekend. So I would not be surprised if that gets filled as well. And that comes in at 25,275.71 down to 25,238.10. And then, so I would say that by the end of the day, you want to close above this 25,394 in order to get some more push to the upside to this median regressional channel that I have here. So you can see that nothing's really been broken. So we are still in this upward trend here. So this is a medium range regressional channel line right here that I have. Call it 25,840. I would say, yeah, 848.36 on that level. So let's go back to the ES because I want to show you the same thing, that the structure has not been broken either. So you can see we are still in an upward trend here following this. It has not been broken, even though we came to the, you know, the bottom end. I think I spoke of this last week. I think we were at the bottom end of this channel here. So, and now we are approaching the mid-range, which is right here. So you want to recapture these levels in order to get to the next levels up there. So same thing on the ES. You want to get that 69.53.75 in order to push into the 7,000 first. So let's get into Tesla. Tesla, same thing on Tesla. So Tesla, we're still in a little bit of a range. Let's pull out first holistically here. Go to a clean chart. What I have here, kind of in a range on Tesla right now between 415.03 to 449.77, and we are trading in between some moving averages where we didn't quite touch the 50-day moving average down at 420.97 on Friday, and then we are still below the 20-day moving average at 445.07. So I would say with Tesla, same thing with Tesla. We need to regain these levels in order to move higher. I would like, along with Tesla, if we could push higher and hold above this 449. Actually, I got a different level on Tesla for that. So let's just see where we're at here on that. The same 452.65 level on Tesla. I'm not gonna change that level. If we can break and hold above that level, I like it for the upside. And then really strong on Tesla to push to get to all-time highs. You gotta break above this 470.79. I know that sounds really far away, but Tesla can start moving, and you know, 30-40 points for Tesla is nothing to do in a week. So we got to watch those levels right there. So right now, unfortunately, I feel that we are trading in a little bit of a range right here. So Tesla closed at 429.52. So we are above yesterday's close, which is positive. There is a little tiny gap up that we had from Friday. So we can, let's just tighten this up here, clean it up. So you can see this is a gap up here. So, you know, we still have 40 minutes left till the market opens. So this gap up could fill before the market opens. And what I mean by that is it pull back so it can close this gap. So you see how all the candles are connected. They go one to the next, one to the next, one to the next, and then there's a gap. So that's called the gap up. Or if it was down, it would be called a gap down. So the market it's almost like housekeeping. It likes to clean up and have these candles connect at one point or another. So, you know, if the market opens up higher, you can keep this level up here, and that could be a trade strategy for you during the day, and say, oh, you know what, this gap is still open. I may, you know, if the market pushes up here, I may buy some puts or sell short and come down here, for my price target to close this gap before we move higher. Another way to do it is if the market does open up and it comes down here, you take a long and we push higher off of that long. So, and especially that everybody is optimistic that the government is going to end its shutdown pretty soon, we can get back to some balanced markets moving here. So with Tesla today, I am sticking with, I would say right now, this level that I have here, 438.02, is Friday's opening range, and it's all Friday's opening trade along with the high of the 5-minute opening range trade. So I'm going to keep that level up there. And so if we're above that level, that could get me interested in taking a long right there with a stop. I would probably have to see where the market opens in order to figure out where my stop would be. But right now, I do like that level. If we're going to potentially do take a long there, and then maybe, if you want to get aggressive and you take that long right there, you could potentially take your long all the way up to 447, because if we can get above this level right here of 442.10, all these shorts right here, this becomes a speed zone, because all these shorts, there is no buyers in here. And then they're going to say to themselves, oh my God, I'm wrong. I better start buying. And so that could push it market up to 447.06 or '08 very quickly. So I am still bullish on Tesla. If we look at this, and we could still look at the trend, it's still, even though it's consolidating here, overall, we are still trending up. Even though it is pulling back right now, I still like Tesla for upside. So my bias going in, I'm looking for ideally pullback longs or break and holds above certain levels. So if we can get above that 452.65, I like that for a long entry, to take it back into this 460.16 level. And then, hopefully at some point we can get above this 470 level, and then we can really get off to the races. So let's take a look at the 5-minute opening range trade from Friday. Friday was a very choppy day, and I said it going in that I did not want to do anything stupid on Friday, because I always get chopped up on a Friday. So let's just take a look at Friday's opening range. So you could see Friday's opening range trade. It was pretty much like range bound. We had the first 5 minutes of the day. You had a 427.55 to 438.02 range there. So, pretty much like an $11 range there, right? So that's a pretty big range there. We did break, and you could have gotten a couple dollars out of it initially. So the low was 427.55. Initially, it got down to 424.48. So you could have gotten a $3 move out of that, maybe a little longer. But you could see this. This is just no follow through. This is just wiki, the buyers and sellers battling back and forth, back and forth. Tried to make a move here. The sellers came in, back and forth. You do not want to be trading in this. This is a no trade zone. You want to be trading in something that looks, let me find something that looks like this. You have a break of the low and there's good follow through, right? So don't try to force trades if it's not there. Recognize when it's, starts to be a choppy day, especially on a Friday and it's 10 o'clock and you've got this up, down, live to play another day. So today going in, I am looking at these levels so you can see how I have this plotted out. This is the, this highlighted area is the 5-minute opening range. So you can see how I plotted out. It's also the high is the opening trade along with that opening range. So I'm going to leave that level up there while I'm trading today. And if it pops above that level, I'm going to take it for a long. So, and let's go over the strike price I'm going to use. So on the call side for my upside, I am going to have a pretty wide spread because today is Monday. So it's called Tesla trading at 438. I'm going to pretend like Tesla's trading at 440. I'm going to give it a $20 spread on the upside. So I'm going to have 460 calls up here. And it closed on Friday at $3.75 premium. And then I'm going to tighten up the put side because I think there's more upside coming. So I'm going to have a 420 put, because I think that we're going to open up probably in the 430 range. So by the time it opens up, it could be $10, $10 to $12 spread. And it closed an $8.50 premium. So I anticipate, because the market's up from the close on Friday about $9 at this point. This $8.50 premium is going to open up much lower, probably, I would say, may open up in the $6 range. And then the same goes for this strike price, because we're $9 higher. This could open up in the $6 range as well. Anyways, so getting back to it, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave comments below, and spread the video around as we try to build the trading community. I will be live in our Discord room. So to access that, click on the More button below so you can join our Discord room. And I will be in the live pre-market trading room from 8:15 a.m. Central Time to 10 a.m. Central Time. Hope to see you in the Discord trading room. If not, I will talk to everybody tomorrow. Have a great trading day. Talk soon. Bye.